Boxer Danny Green has been enlisted by the state government to help reduce the incidence of one-punch assaults. An ad campaign featuring the former world champion will soon hit television screens. Meanwhile, the Attorney-General has defended his change of heart on mandatory sentencing as the government prepares to introduce tougher penalties into Parliament. Carl Herr reports.
The Premier says a change in culture is one of the things needed to combat alcohol-fuelled violence. This is going to be the first step.
Take it from me, one punch can be lethal.
The government is planning its own campaign, but is hoping Danny Green's message strikes a chord in the meantime.
Hopefully we can make a difference and a change, and the lives that have been lost in the past haven't been lost for nothing.
Mandatory minimum sentences are a key part of the measures announced by Barry O'Farrell last week in response to a series of incidents, including the fatal attack on Daniel Christie at King's Cross on New Year's Eve. The new penalties include an 8-year term for one-punch assaults involving drugs or alcohol that result in death. As recently as November, the Attorney-General is on the record as opposing mandatory sentencing, which he described as expensive and ineffective. In his first public comments since the plan was unveiled, Greg Smith has told the ABC he isn't troubled by the government's stance.
I'm not uncomfortable because I can't just stick to a view when there is a need for a change.
A forum on mandatory sentencing was told the policy will lead to an explosion in the prison population and unjust outcomes.
We're effectively saying to the courts, no matter what the merits of any material in front of you, you will impose 2 years or 8 years. That is a disaster for a liberal democracy.
There needs to be a shock wave out there to show that we're just not going to tolerate this type of behaviour where innocent people are knocked over and sometimes die.
Debate on the proposed legislation is due to begin in Parliament tomorrow. Carl Herr, ABC News.